Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Valerie. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. It's been a busy day, but all is good.
Well, busy is definitely very good.
Yes, it is.
Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your company?
Yeah. So my name is Shannon. I'm the owner of Elan House, a floral studio based in Raleigh, North Carolina. And here at Elan House, we do very wild, organic style floral arrangements. We love to work on weddings that are non-traditional, that like to push the box a little bit, lots of color, pampas grass, colored pampas grass, which we dye in our studio ourselves, dried florals, everything, you name it. We love to just kind of push the box a little bit.
What's your favorite part of the job?
My favorite part is actually seeing the people's reactions, whether it's to a flower arrangement or it's for an event. It's seeing their reaction to it and how it makes them feel. I think I've had people cry when I give them a flower arrangement. And I was like, wait, did I do something wrong? Like, what's happening here? And they were just like, no, this really speaks to me. And so
Yeah,
I was like, okay, so that's the best part of the job for
yeah.
me.
Flowers definitely evoke a lot of feelings and yeah,
Yeah.
tears for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah,
Tears of joy.
yeah. So you had mentioned sort of a little bit about your style. What do you think your style is? How does it set you apart from everyone else?
I think
Because I think you're very different.
it's in a good way.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. I would say my style kind of it plays with fashion a little bit because I'm always thinking about fashion. It plays with music. It mirrors a lot of that in my arrangements. So it's very bold and kind of in your face. I mix a lot of different textures and colors and just kind of go with the flow. So I think that's what really sets me apart from everyone else.
Yeah, it's interesting that you said that because I think that's what drew me to you because I have the same not a lot of designers think this way, but I feel like when you have fashion and you're creative, they go hand in hand.
Mhm.
So for me as a designer, I was always thinking like, oh, look at her scarf. I wonder what kind of flower arrangement I can make out of it. You know what I mean? And when I was kind of going through your website, your Instagram, and just looking at the things that you make, earrings and just jewelry and just accentuate your style. I just love it.
Thank you.
Um, Tell me what really inspires you.
I would say what really inspires me, honestly speaking, is getting that call every day from my mom and she's asking, "What are you working on today?"
Oh,
That really inspires me because I'll show my mom something and I'm like so proud of it. And she just smiles and nods. And I'm like, I know she likes it, but she
yeah.
smiles and nods. But then when she calls every day and she's like, "What are you working on today? What florals are you working on?" I'm like, you know what?
Oh,
That makes me really happy because I know she's proud of me.
yeah. How did you get started?
Actually, my mom. That is how I got started. So my mom created custom wedding gowns. She was in florals. And so growing up, I learned everything from her, but never really wanted to pursue it. And then I would start creating arrangements around the home and doing different things. And then it led to doing baby showers for friends and things here and there. And then that's kind of how I got started with all of this.
Yeah. I think that's another reason why I like you so much. I feel connected because, that was one of the reasons why I got into it, my mom.
Okay, love
Um,
that.
so are you excited that Mayesh is opening in Raleigh, North Carolina?
I am. So I was talking to my rep, Mark, about that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm so excited, but Mark, I'm so sad to lose you. Like, we'll keep in contact. I'm so sad to lose you, but I'm super excited. And then I was like, why don't you just move here? And he's like, no. I'm like, come on, just move here. It's great. You'll love it.
Yeah,
He's like, Shannon, no.
it's going to be exciting. I was so surprised. It's only 45 minutes from my daughter's house, and
Okay.
I'm all the way out here in California, but she's been, kind of like, mom,
I
that's
know.
North Carolina.
It was so exciting to hear that. At first, I was like, is
Yeah,
this true? Is it real? So I'm like, oh, I could just pop in every day.
yeah, it's good stuff. Um, Shannon, what do you think is your biggest struggle, or was, or currently is? What do you struggle with?
I think for me in the beginning, it was just kind of getting out there and getting recognized. And then also because my style was so different from everyone else. And so it was like, okay, how am I going to put myself out here? How am I going to land jobs and get these events and different gigs? So that was part of my struggle. And then also access to information. It wasn't
How
really,
so?
I would say a lot of things weren't like really out there in your face. I had to do research, spend a lot of time on Google figuring things out. So I think that was really the hardest part. And
Yeah,
then once you get a few orders from people, they're like, oh, we love your work, pandemic, we want to support Black business. But then it's like, okay, bring the business back, tell your friends, partnering with other people on projects and et cetera. So I think that was probably the hardest part in the
yeah.
beginning.
Do you think that it's gotten better?
I would say,
Like, on the front of inclusion,
mhm. I would say it's gotten
supporting
better.
people of color.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. I've seen a lot more Black florists in the area participating in events. I've been asked to participate in events,
Amazing.
different conferences and organizations that traditionally, had their go-to florist. They're now coming and saying, hey, we're having this conference or event. Can you do the florals for it? Even like one example was the outdoor office for Raleigh a few years ago. I did the outdoor backdrop for that. And so that was really big. So I definitely think it's changing.
Yeah, I feel like it's getting better. I see it, a lot more people of color out there. I think,
Yes,
what we're doing is just, we have to just keep talking about it,
exactly.
and supporting, people like you.
Yes.
Um, what kind of advice could you give young boys and girls for the future?
In this industry or just
Sure,
in,
in this industry.
okay. Um, Thinking back to when I got started, just do what your heart tells you to do. Don't try to be like anyone else. If you want to try something completely different, try it, go for it.
Yeah,
Someone is going to like it. You
yeah,
don't have to appeal to the next Black florist market or, the other market. You don't have to do that. You can create your own lane and grow that lane. And I think that's the beauty of it. And, I was giving someone advice the other day and I was like, you don't have to put all your money out in the beginning. Think of 5 things that you can do for free to get
yeah,
started because you need to save some of that money in the
yeah,
beginning.
yeah,
Uh, don't blow it on a website and
yeah,
photography and all of that. So that would be my advice.
yeah. What's the one thing that you wish somebody would have told you when you started your business?
It gets harder the second year
Yeah,
because the first year is like, yay, I'm doing
yeah,
this.
yeah. I'm doing. You're excited. You're trying new things.
Things are going well. The second year, you're like, okay, things are going well, but I want to change this. I don't like
Yeah.
how this is. And you start to figure yourself out
Mhm.
that sophomore year.
Yeah,
Like some days you're like, I don't know if I want to do this. It gets a lot harder. You get more jobs, you're up late nights. A lot of times in the beginning, you're doing this by yourself.
yeah,
So you don't have the staff. I think a lot of us forget about that.
Yeah.
Beginning is that we want the business, but you don't have the staff right away.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you find that, like, have you reached out to other florists or freelancers? Do you find that they're supportive?
I would say for the most part, they're very supportive. I see some in the area here. We'll bump into each other. There was a florist, part of the Black Girl Florist Network in DC, and we connected because she needed something here. And then I actually reached out to her because I'm like, listen, someone wants me to do something for them on a particular weekend. I don't think I can make it there. Do you want to do it? And
That's awesome, actually. Yeah.
yeah, because it was like, okay, I could totally do this. But I was like, I'm going to be tired. I just want to spend time with my family.
Yeah.
So that worked. And so I want to do more of that, connecting with others in the Raleigh network and outside of it.
Yeah. Do you find that, with the shortages of, containers, things like that, other florists have been supportive and loaning and borrowing and all that? Because we see it here a lot in California.
Yeah, I haven't really experienced that. What I have experienced, like once at the market, there was a bucket of flowers left, and there were 3 bunches in that bucket. And I grabbed one, the other floors grabbed the other one, and we were looking at each other. And we were like, girl, we're gonna have to split this. Like, let's just split this.
Yeah,
We'll
that's awesome.
it. And so, because we knew we both wanted it, so it was like, what is she gonna do? Is she just gonna snatch it up? And we were like, girl, let's
Yeah.
split.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just better to,
Yes.
yeah, be kind and, yeah, you don't
Yeah.
want to put that bad energy out in the universe, that's for sure.
Exactly. So we really laughed about it because it was
Yeah.
like we were giving each other the look. It wasn't like a bad look, but we were like, okay, girl, what are you gonna do?
What do you like to do on your free time, in your free time?
Travel, travel and eat. I am a foodie. I love a good restaurant, good food, good cocktails, but traveling. And I think having your own business, sometimes you don't get to do a lot of
Mm.
traveling for leisure.
Yeah. I think
So
it's kind of like a double-edged sword because you can control what kind of business you bring in or you turn away. Like, oh, I want that weekend off, or, but you want to take as much as you possibly can. And then you kind of run yourself ragged. It
yeah,
is, it is a very tricky balance, I think.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this year I've started creating more boundaries and
Oh,
creating
okay.
time for myself. This past weekend, I had nothing to do, so I was really excited about it.
Mm,
Then I woke up like it's 8 o'clock. I should be out, and I'm like, well, no, you don't need to.
yeah. Yeah.
It's figuring out all these things, but learning to turn email off. Don't respond after 6 or 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Just the little things were before I didn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely self-care and boundaries are really, really important.
Yes.
Do you have any exciting projects coming up that you want to share?
I do.
Do tell.
So, I've been custom dyeing my pampas grass. So I
Ah,
am actually relaunching that
oh
in
my gosh,
a
exciting.
week. I'm super excited about that. And tomorrow I have a photo shoot with 2 friends.
Yay.
One is in the cake industry, one makes statement jewelry and pieces. And so we are collabing for Mother's Day on a Mother's Day.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So I'm super excited about that. Just so many different projects. It's like, okay, I want to do this. So then it's like figuring out when I should do project A or
Yeah.
project B. So that's been like a part for me too, because at one point I was like, oh, let's just do it all. Let's put it all out there. And it's like, no, you can't roll out everything.
No. Yeah. What is your dream project? Like if you could just do it all or do go big or go home, what would you do? I mean, it
Hmm.
doesn't even necessarily need to be big, but
Yeah.
just what is your dream project?
My dream project is an actual floral exhibit that's interactive.
How so?
And I'm still figuring that out, but I want it to be like stimulating where, people don't can't see the florals, but they can feel them and the touch and just
Mm.
different things. Like it's this project in my head that's really weird that I'm still trying to figure it out. And I have bits and pieces, but that I feel like some type of floral exhibit that is interactive
That
is,
sounds amazing. I can visualize that exactly.
yes.
I'll buy a ticket for sure.
That is my dream project and my wheels are spinning. I have like notes, and that's probably the one that will take more time to figure
Yeah,
out because I want it to be right.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want people to know about you?
I want people to know that I'm just this, everyday girl, around the way girl that loves playing with flowers, listening to music, and I just love interacting with them, that I'm just like you. I am no different. I have bad days, I have good days, but I am just like you. And the flowers are the best part of what I do.
Yeah, that's incredible. Well, Shannon, thank you so very much for letting me interview you. I love your style. Um, I connect with you on this really cool way. I feel like we're similar. We have similar stories. Um, and today I want to celebrate you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for interviewing me. I was looking forward to this. It was so exciting. Thank you.